Hello my friends and welcome back to The Witcher. In our last video we did finish up chapter 5. We killed Azar Javed. We found out that the Grand Maester is the mastermind behind everything that apparently has gone wrong in Vizima for at least this game, it seems like. And now we're trying to hunt him down, and we're outside the cloister where he is. So our goal today is to catch up with him, take care of him, and maybe wrap everything up so that on Tuesday we can start Witcher 2. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm excessively slow at everything, so we're gonna have to see how it goes. So I just started, so let's just head into the cloister and see what happens. A cutscene's gonna happen.
Bloody arse! He got me!
You're bleeding heavily. Not good.
Go on. The scoia'tael will care for me. Kill that bastard to Aldersberg. Go!
I'll come back for you.
I'll come back for you. Okay, we're in the order hall. There's a fireplace. And hello, knights.
Halt! No passage. Grandmaster's orders.
I'm here on a matter of national importance.
Shove off. The Grandmaster seeks solitude.
Sorry, you give me no choice.
All right, let's fight.
There! Halt! No passage.
Really?
I'm here.
Shove off.
Sorry, you give.
Seriously? If I fight two of you at once, that would make it a whole lot faster.
Surrender!
Okay. The Grand Maester's chambers are beyond this door. Wow, I honestly didn't think that he was going to be right here. This could be a really short video today. The guards probably have keys. A fight to the death awaits just across the threshold. Well, let's loot their bodies for the key and their orans because, you know, just in case I need to go buy anything. But let's save again. And head to the Grand Maester's chambers and wrap up, I guess. Oh my gosh. What on earth?
Behold my people. They feast at my table, find warmth at my fire, and glow with happiness to be separated from the turmoil of war.
You're deluded if you think the sight of women and children will make me leave you alone.
I do not intend to deceive you. The white frost approaches, a cataclysm that will bury the world beneath snow and ice. Each night, I dream of icy wastelands and the death of the old civilizations.
I've heard Ethlina's prophecy.
The cataclysm is unavoidable. Kings prefer to wage local wars to expand their influence, while elves have become terrorists fighting for a lost cause. The world needs a savior, a man of the moment, someone to kindle the flame in people's hearts.
Ha! You, savior of the world.
Come, I will show you something. Humans are weak, frail, and inclined toward evil. I shall create a new man, perfect, tempered in the eternal fire.
Finished? Because if you are...
You doubt me? I do not blame you. I had my doubts too. Yet now, my vision is strong.
What? 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 Where? What? There's no map? Well, I completed a quest, apparently. Well, okay, I guess let's go kill him. I'm so confused.
Behold, the scales will fall from your eyes, and you will understand.
Juggler's tricks. I expected more.
You think this an illusion? Oh no, Geralt, it's nothing of the sort.
Where are we?
See for yourself. Follow me.
Is that? It's Vizima. And ice.
Now that you have seen the ice-encased towers of Vizima, do you understand?
You're rambling to Aldersberg. What do you want?
This is the future. The white frost has destroyed human civilization. This is the end of time. Do we lose heart, surrender? Never. We can yet avoid our fate.
Save your rhetoric for the plebs.
Understand. The Order and Salamandra acted only to save humanity.
Every criminal claims a higher cause.
You lack humility. Time for a lesson in some.
What? Well, you big teleporting cheater. Okay, so the Grand Master is a mage. I need to get out my monster killing. Okay, hang on. New quest. That's another one. Frozen Reflections. Vizima is icebound. All is covered in snow. The Grand Maester claims this awaits us in the future. I must proceed, find an escape, or a way to disperse this illusion. Is it an illusion? Or are we literally in the future? Alright, I'm not looting. Well, let me check. Yeah, I'm not looting. There's no point. No map for this location. Oh. Okay. Look, it's my girl Triss.
The unexpected awaits you here.
How did you get here?
You're stronger than the Grand Master thought. You summoned me.
How?
The Grand Master invited you into a vision of the future enclosed in his mind, yet you brought your own visions and specters.
So this isn't real?
It's more than a dream. Should you die here, your death will be very real. I shall accompany you, assist you. But only a blizzard follows us, with nothing beyond it but death.
Thanks, Triss. Okay, so Witcher's secret. The Grand Maester wields powerful magic, though he has trouble controlling it. He has drawn me into his vision of the ice plains, which the civilized world will turn into with the coming of the White Frost. So we're not actually in the future. It is just a vision. Thank God. I must overcome Jacques de Aldersberg's vision, climb the peak where I will find him. Triss claims the world is a vision which I'm part of. I must move carefully, as death here would be very real. Thankfully, the sorceress decides to assist me with her magic. Blue thunderbolts will strike my opponents. Thanks. Oh, I've got Swallow. I've got Lightning Storm. Well, we'll still get out our weapon, just in case. We'll get in strong mode. Skull heads. Those guys are really ugly looking. Oh, get off, Triss! My art sign didn't seem to do much. I'm guessing I only have one way to go. There's a blizzard behind us. Isn't that what she said? Why is your sword not out, Geralt? Okay, I guess we just keep... Oh, another cutscene.
You haven't changed a bit, Witcher. Again, you emerge from nowhere to kill humans.
What humans? As always, you're perplexing.
Behold the remains of humanity. Ape men, wretched creatures worthy of disdain. Some my own great-grandchildren.
They're human?
The white frost has stripped humanity of its luxurious robes. All that's left are beasts that think only of eating and procreating. They are human no longer. Their base instincts drive them like the lynch mob from which you saved me. I'm grateful. Take my gift.
I must go on. Pay no heed to the ghosts of the past. Oh, okay. Go on to where, though? Oh, holy crap. So these are what become of humans. Oh, leave Triss alone. I don't know if she can actually get her here, but I don't want her to. Oh, there's the Grandmaster already? Seemed really quick.
I see you have met our degenerate great-grandchildren. Do you understand now why you cannot oppose my plan?
You have yet to say how all this ice justifies your crimes.
Only a grand plan pursued without hesitation could save humanity from what I saw in my visions.
Trust your daydreams that much?
You think this burden easy to bear? Like you, I tried to hide my otherness, to use my powers to redeem my sin.
What sin?
The worst of all, my otherness. So I acted for the common good.
The good of the few you handpicked to survive?
No. The good of all who would die. The dead wander here still. Tell them to their faces they did not deserve to live.
Can I let myself be deceived by the Grandmaster's visions? I must go on. Yes. Yes, we must go on. Let's... Oh, crap. The wild hunt wraiths are gonna be here? King of the Wild Hunt? What? What is happening?
You cannot stop this, Witcher. Death follows you.
Oh, jeez Louise. Death follows me, so I must go on? Yeah. Can I not do a group with you guys? Okay. It's like all the ghosts from Ghost Chris's Past are here today. All right, we're gonna save again, just because reasons.
You killed them, though they were not guilty. They did not wish to die of the cold. nor to live on as spectres. No one gave them a choice.
Was I supposed to let myself get killed? That's not my style, Toruviel.
None of us choose the path we must follow.
I understand you had to fight for dignity. You had no choice. We all make choices throughout our lives. I'm gonna go with the first one.
I understand. You had to fight for dignity. You had no choice.
Each does, as destiny ordains. Before you proceed on the dangerous path before you, accept this gift.
I need to move or before I freeze. What did I get? Fiery. Ooh, look at my swords. Look at those. I totally didn't even notice. That is so cool. And that move is so cool. All right, let's keep going before we freeze to death, apparently. There's more over there. So it looks like I need to, yep. We'll just follow the monsters trying to kill us. Well, I think we're getting closer. But I check a map, but there's no map for this location available. Okay, Wild Hunt Wraith. We need to get it quick. Guessing my repellent doesn't work here anymore. Oh, the Grand Maester. Let's save again. And then we'll go talk to him while he mocks us again.
Do you finally understand, obstinate Witcher? Humanity will perish. The few who remain will become animals. My plan would avoid this.
What plan, damn it?
The human nations can only survive the cold through a mass exodus south.
With you leading them?
I'm prepared to do so. I see the future. I command respect. I would rule well. Of course, I had to get rid of any standing in the way, especially non-humans.
Why so obsessed about other races?
I was prepared to sacrifice anything, to save humanity at all costs. Do you know the saying, the ends justify the means?
I do. You sound pathetic to Aldersberg, as if you believed your own lies.
Non-humans, their extinction is not a goal, but a means. Since you detest humans so, I'll leave you with my no longer human serfs. You have much in common. You should get along.
I must move on. He cannot flee eternally. Well, the mutants are steel swords, if I remember correctly. Okay. Who are we gonna run into next? Shawnee gonna show up and like berate me for not picking her to be my girl? Oh no, Siegfried instead.
The Order could have saved humanity.
A coup d'etat, murder, experiments on children. Too high a price.
Why am I talking to you? You claim to protect humans, yet you've thrown them to the beast. Why? Because you're not human yourself. I should have seen your true face and killed you when I had the chance.
Try me now.
Draw your sword, freak!
I mean, technically I've already killed you once. Wrong sword, wrong sword, wrong sword. There's floating swords of the Order in the air. The way is clear, I can move on. Okay, yes, but I want to save again. Because saving's good. We're getting really blizzard-like conditions. Okay, no, can we leave out our sword, please, Geralt? We're in a not safe area. It's Alvin.
Look, Alvin.
Yeah.
It's just an illusion, Triss.
I cannot be distracted. I must go on. Okay.
How stubborn you are. I could use you to shepherd my sheep during the first years of winter.
I doubt you mean it. You stole our secrets from Kaer Morhen, used them for the worst ends.
Witches were meant to be guardians, but proved too weak. You loathe yourselves. I needed witches, but perfect ones, emotionless, lacking human weaknesses.
You see human traits as weaknesses? I pity you.
Fear obscures your thinking. My knights never hesitate.
Yeah, they're mindless robots.
Look, Geralt. Humans, monsters. Easy to mistake one for the other.
True, Your Highness.
I should know, wouldn't you say? The Grand Master is clearly a madman. Even I wouldn't dare pursue a plan like his. We must stop him.
Milady, your wish is my command.
You have class, a rare quality. I wish to fight alongside you. Call it a whim.
I've gained an ally. She'll be useful during the fight ahead. Okay.
Oh, more fun than a banquet at the new Merigold.
What does Triss have to say?
You'll reach him soon. Don't give up.
Oh, another cutscene. Yeah, that's a long way down, Geralt. Jump! Jump, Witcher!
Victory!
Sorry, Adda. Like how she's in this striga for him, and she's our friend, and she's gonna eat people for us. That's kind of awesome. All right, let's get. Ooh, I am stunned, and oh, bad things. There's a potion for this, but I can't be bothered right now. It'll be fine. We'll power through. All right, let me work on the big guy. Adda, you did pretty good. Better than, like, I don't know, Yaevinn. Yaevinn fell down after one hit. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, he's still alive? Oh, see, Triss even fell down. One hit. Did Adda just fall off the side? This vision is messed up.
Here we must part.
Why?
At the heart of the vision, he controls all. You must go on alone.
See you, Triss. I'll be back.
Good luck, Geralt.
I'm meditating. Without a fire. Let's just do this. I'll save. One more time. There's no fire. Do my swords count as a fire? Is that how it is now? This way it looks like. All right, here we are.
Now, do you see the need to act, whatever the price? Geralt, open your eyes, open your mind.
They treat people like you at St. Lebioda's hospital.
By pursuing me, you proved me right. You faced the dangers that humanity faces and survived.
Jacques de Aldersberg, your dream is over.
Patience. You may yet change your mind. Imagine thousands traversing an icy wasteland. Could you defend them? You and a handful of witches ridden with doubt, like Berengar? Impossible. Only the greater brothers can do that, but they need to be taught and led. They need you.
No. I also have an offer. Surrender, withdraw your wounds, humble yourself before the king, save many lives. Enough swords will speak for us. Well, let's give him a chance to surrender, even though I think he's gonna say no. Pretty sure he's gonna say that.
I also have an offer. Surrender. Withdraw your mutants. Humble yourself before the king. You'll save many lives.
How confident you seem. A painful lesson awaits.
Seriously? Well, that's a lot of them. We'll be okay, right? I must defeat the Grandmaster in combat, obviously, but he ran away. Why are you not? Thank you for dying. Great. Just gonna focus him down and see if I can get him to die, because I can't really keep switching back and forth between stuff that well. Or I'll try to be in group mode. These guys are really... That's better. I'm stunned. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Hang on, I need to pause and take a health potion. I suppose I could run around and kill all these little omens, but I don't really want to. Oh. Oh, I can stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, let's take another health potion. And then let's take a swallow, because I think it fell off. Oh, there are so many of them, though. Do they just keep respawning? Alright, come on. Come on, Geralt. Alright, come on, let's, come on. Ugh. Alright, fine. We'll do it the long way. And then let's get out our sword, and hopefully he doesn't pull any more of them out. There we go. Come on. Geralt! Hit him with your sword! Alright, you need to stand up and take another health potion. I know you're only partially dead, but... And I'm stunned again. That's not good. I know I'm pretty toxic right now. I won't drink anymore, I hope, but it's not... We just gotta get through this fight. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, no. Thanks.
We meet again, Wolf. Have you fulfilled your destiny?
Salamandra is dying, soon to be a memory.
Salamandra means nothing. It was but a particle of chaos, the tool of the madman you just slew. Your past, your destiny, the reasons for your resurrection, all remain unknown.
Words, words, words.
Let me remind you, there is death, but there is also choice. I shall not look back. I shall find Salamandra and fulfill my destiny. You were wrong. I come for the soul of someone whose path often crossed yours as it was written. You may fight me, but the end will always be the same. Death.
The question is, whose?
I cannot be killed. You can delay your end, but it will come. Let us tend to the one already dead. Reflect on your deeds, Witcher. I stood near you when you arrived at Kaer Morhen, an omen of its downfall. I observed as you judged the villagers of the outskirts, leaving only blood and fire behind you. You brought death upon Raymond, endangered Shani, mindful only of your goals. Chaos followed in your wake. You slaughtered dozens with your witch's sword. You threw gold to the scoia'tael, fueling new massacres. You left Vizima in chaos, only to bring destruction upon murky waters. Every one of your decisions brought further devastation. Each choice you made led to greater evil. How did you feel when your elven friends set fire to Vizima and slaughtered Dwan?
Stop.
Do not deny it, Witcher. You are my greatest champion, a perfect means of destruction. Wherever you walk, death and chaos follow. Now, as it was years ago, accept it. Do not fight it. Give up to me yet another man you destroyed.
Jacques de Aldersberg is mine.
You dare to oppose me? I sense your weakness as your life seeps from your wounds. With every drop, death draws nearer. You stand no chance against me. Yield to me.
Never. This is between him and me, and take him, I don't care what fate he meets. Now, I'm going to say no. No.
Never. This is between him and me.
You aim to kill him anyway.
True, but for my reasons, and they're nothing to you. Clear off while you can. Go before it's too late.
You want to fight me? So be it. Your flight from death ends here. Draw your sword.
Oh,
I was
no.
afraid you'd suggest chess.
Oh, no. Get me out of here. Okay. Yeah, I know, I have like super toxic heartbeats. I can't do anything about it right now, though. Wow, you were like way easier than the master, the Grandmaster. Watch, he's like not gonna die anytime soon. Okay. I want to loot him though. Really? I can't? Okay, we'll take it. I don't think I need it, but we'll take it. I guess we just kill him?
That sword is for monsters.
Well, you are one.
You're awake, Geralt. I was getting worried.
Dandelion? Where's the Grand Master?
A few steps away. He's dead. For a minute there, I thought you were gone too.
Hardly a pleasant nap. Was I out long?
Long enough. The Order's been smashed into bits and Foltest has regained power.
And Yaevinn?
He was here a second ago, keeping an eye on you till I arrived. Then he had to go.
Foltest will let him disappear.
No doubt. After all, the non-humans tipped the scales in Foltest's favor. What about you? Did you succeed?
Yes. I'll take the final element from Jacques and close this chapter.
Okay, I know I've got poison. In the real world again, I must recover the stolen secrets and end this story. The Grand Master should have them. Okay. Remains of Jacques de Aldersberg, Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose. The Demeterium Amulet. Secret stolen from Kaer in a sealed jewelry box. Wait, what? Something ends and something begins. I completed Witcher Secret, finally. And sealed jewelry box contained the last of the Witcher secrets. Is that? I recovered the stolen Witcher secrets, completing the mission Vesemir gave me. Time to close this chapter. I wonder if Dandelion will find it inspiring. Something ends and something begins. The Demeterium Amulet, wasn't that the thing that I gave to Alvin? Wait, what? Okay, I'll go talk to Dandelion. See what happens.
So, did you recover everything?
Know what I found on the Grand Master? A dimeritium pendant.
The one you gave Alvin?
I don't know. It looks the same, but older. He must have worn it under his armor for years.
A true keepsake, perhaps.
Maybe it was his way of repelling hostile magic. Or it was there to control inborn abilities, unrelenting visions.
That's something we'll never know.
It doesn't matter. Jacques de Aldersberg, if that was his name, is dead. End of story.
What's next, Geralt?
What do you mean?
Come now. You've recovered what was stolen, punished those who hurt you, you played politics and dismantled conspiracies. You've loved, you've killed. You've come a long way, Geralt. What do you intend to do now?
I'm tired, Dandelion. I want peace and quiet. Only now do I feel my new life beginning. I don't know. Well, let's go with the middle one.
Only now do I feel my new life beginning.
Born anew, baptized in blood and fire.
A new ballad? Sounds too pompous, Dandelion. Take a look around. Life is simple, unpredictable, and beautiful.
That's something new. You returned from the netherworld, got entangled in a real mess. You faced beasts and bastards who did you harm. And you're telling me life is beautiful?
You're exaggerating again. Something ends, something begins. I'll take the last of the stolen secrets, take a deep breath, and move on.
What can I say? Godspeed on your path, Witcher. The bloody fighting in Vizima revealed Jacques de Aldersberg's madness. People ceased trusting knights of the Order, began treating them like enemies. Foltest took advantage and limited the Order's power. He forgave the non-humans their mutiny, as they assisted him in quelling the Order's rebellion. Yet the king's mercy was short-lived, and it could not quell disdain and hatred. Scoia'tael units soon reappeared along forest roads. Yaevinn's fame as the one who had defeated the Order drew more elven youth to his cause. The sorceresses failed to gain influence over Foltest. The wartime chaos brought only misery. In time, all returned to normal. Both the righteous and the villainous survived. Few knew what had really happened in those days in Vizima. They were those who destiny had brought together with Geralt of Rivia. Yet they chose to remain silent. What then happened to the Witcher? That is a different tale entirely.
Are allies, thanks in no small part to you. For your toil, a worthy pouch of gold.
Your Highness. Master. Farewell, sir.
Well, what a great way to end the game with another epic fight scene of The Witcher. But wow, it's over. We did it. We finished. We made it through. I'm glad I played the game. I really am. I have feedback on the game, but it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. But just as a friendly reminder, I haven't read the books at all. I was aware of the Witcher games, but I watched the TV series one time through, and that was December when it came out. So a lot of things were kind of familiar, like the concept, who Geralt was, that kind of stuff, but a lot of the characters were not. Like Dandelion, they called Jaskier, which is the Polish, I think, name for Dandelion, the you know, that kind of thing. So I had exposure to it, but nothing like all of this. So that's why I wanted to play the games, because I thought it was cool and I like fantasy stuff. So there you go. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to the game is visuals. You know, it's just like all the graphical stuff. I did use mods. I'm not sure if I used a graphics mod. I think I used a mod that changed his face to kind of go in line with all the rest. So there's that, but I didn't think the graphics were awful. I mean, the game's 13 years old and it's their first that they did, so it wasn't bad. The repetitive models did get a little annoying towards the end because I kept thinking I was seeing Toruviel and it was actually just like a female elf. I did notice that sometimes when they were talking, the mouth movements looked very like up and down robotic, like chewing food. So that was a little weird. But again, that was a minimal. The cutscenes I thought were pretty decent. That I don't think they're obviously like today's cutscenes when it comes to video games, but they were fine. They held up quite well, actually, all things considered. I really, really liked those like painting style scenes that they would do every so often. I thought those were amazing. So let's see, the next thing that I have that I wanted to talk about, because I've been taking notes throughout the game, so I had kind of a list, was the gameplay and combat. And I'm sure if you've watched my whole series, you probably realize I'm not a super huge fan. Now, it's not super complicated gameplay, which is fine for me. It's just very repetitive. And I play games typically for stories. If the gameplay is fun, it makes it better. But if the gameplay is bad, it's not going to make or break it for me. What makes or breaks it for me is the story, which we'll get to in a minute. So I'm not super... I mean, it was more annoying than anything else that the gameplay was very clunky. Like, for example, switching the swords. Going from, just in this video, and I think the last one, like going from a steel sword to a silver sword, like Geralt should be dead. And while switching swords because he's so slow. Also, he's always putting away. Like, we're in a dangerous area and he's constantly putting his sword away, which was a little like, what are you doing, Geralt? Like, leave it open or leave it out, not open. The other couple things I can think of off the top of my head are potions and the signs. Now, I know that those are probably very heavily included in the books, and I remember them very vaguely. Again, watched it once from the TV show. So I think that's why they were obviously included. I think that's obviously a big part of being a Witcher. But the potions specifically, there were so many of them. So many of them. I think I used Swallow, Cat Eye. There was a health pot potion that I used in, I think, just this video. I don't know if I used it before. Maybe the previous video. But like, there were so many of them. So many of them. It was a cool idea, but they just, I don't know. I remember looking through them at one point and being like, oh, this is for bleeds, or oh, this is for poisons, or oh, here's one I can have if a vampire bites me, it will help poison them. And they just seem to be useful in very specific situations, and on your first playthrough you're not going to really know when those situations are going to come up, and you can't constantly be potting everything up because I never tested this, but I'm assuming you'll get too much poison and you'll die, or too much toxicity and you'll die. Now granted, I imagine I played on easy difficulty, which I'm not ashamed of. It's fine. It's my first playthrough. I don't know what I'm doing, and I imagine on easy, I didn't need it as much. I did need potions to a certain extent, but not as much as I imagine you might need them on the higher difficulties. But still, I cannot imagine you would use all of them. Like, it just seems so excessive. And the signs were fine. I got better really towards like the last, I want to say like maybe 2-3 weeks of my videos and using them. But again, I played on the easiest difficulty, so I probably didn't need them as much, but I also just kind of forgot that they were there. So the inventory I liked, it was split between like your quest items weren't at part of your bag, and then you had your general stuff and then your alchemy. But the navigation it was an old navigation, and the boxes are really small, and I mean, I'm not blind, like, and I play on a ginormous screen, but it was still easy to miss stuff. And with the inventory comes the extra weapon slots. Like, why did I need 2 steel swords? Why couldn't I just carry around 1? Why did I need a dagger slot? I never once used it. Or an axe slot. I never once used an axe. A torch I could maybe understand if you didn't have a cat eye potion or like you wanted to set monsters on fire. But again, there was no need for that. There's no speccing out for that. So it just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed like a waste. See, looting, you will know that I found looting exceptionally annoying. You had to get it in just the right spot to loot. And because I'm slow, by the time I finished looting, monsters would respawn. I just kept thinking of the swamp over and over again. I swear, the swamp was the bane of my existence in this game. I almost didn't make it through this game because of the swamp. Partially because I felt like there weren't enough fast travel points. Other places it wasn't as noticeable, but really in the swamp when you're going from one side all the way to the other in multiple trips in a single video, like I would probably have an hour and a half of footage that I would narrow down to 45 minutes just from my running back and forth and having to fight my way through, mobs of drowners, which is fine. It was easy experience, but like after a while it just got to be very tedious. So I feel like it's they could have had more fast travel points because you really didn't have any that were very useful. So there was that. So yeah, I thought the combat was clumsy. It was very easy. It wasn't very difficult, very repetitive. But the one thing I think they did really well was they made it beautiful. The farther you specced along in like the steel or the silver points, the more acrobatic it got, and I really liked that. That was really nice, and I hope they keep that portion of it. I don't know if they will, but I really like that. So that made it worthwhile watching all that stuff to go with it. So I guess the final thing I want to talk about is the story. I did think it was a little bit kind of like the stereotypical cliche of like, oh, he has amnesia and that's why he doesn't know anything, and that's why you playing as Geralt don't know anything that's going on. I mean, it's a game mechanic, it's fine, but like it's a little cheesebally, let's be honest. I really appreciate that there were choices in the game and that they were hard. There wasn't like, oh, this is the good Geralt version and this is the evil Geralt version, or this is like the I'm middle of the road version. You had to make a decision, and neither side were very nice. Neither side were super evil. I mean, they did evil things, but like there were good people in them, there were bad people in them. So it was a very gritty kind of situation. Like I kept thinking that, with the elves and the dwarves and the humans, it was like a very gritty, emo Lord of the Rings. But that's just me. So the dialogue was fine. Typically, I felt like some of the voiceover work was, I don't blame the voiceover actors. I blame kind of like, it seemed like Geralt would be talking and then all of a sudden you'd have a much louder Geralt, or it's like he switched mics or they didn't tune the sound properly. I'm no sound expert, but like it was definitely like jarring to have him get suddenly super loud. And the other thing that kind of bothered me, and not as much as probably some people, but like I only got to pick like every so often in conversations. Like I would pick one thing, and in my head, I think it's going to sound a certain way, but then he says it completely different, like way more aggressive or like sarcastic or, just rude. And then like he talks for 5 minutes and I'm just like, but that's not okay. That's not what I meant, but I guess we're going with it. So it would be nice to have more options to choose from in the future, like more dialogue options when it comes to having conversations with people, so that I'm more engaged and I don't tend to tune out, because I have a short attention span apparently. But yeah, the story itself was great. I thought that the main story was, the farther you got along the game, the more complicated it got, but then you got to peel back all the layers and solve all the multiple mysteries. The side quests a lot of them were hilarious. Anything with Dandelion was always great. It was nice to see that each region or each chapter had roughly a new, quote, new region, even though there were some repetitive ones. I think Murky Waters Lakeside was probably my favorite just because it was very pretty and outside the city and it was lovely. But I like that each region looked a little different. Each region had their own story, but it's still kind of all tied into like the main overarching story in its own little way, sort of. I think. I'm trying to remember back if that's an accurate statement. It may not be completely accurate, but that's how I felt it. Everything still stayed connected. You were all part of the same story, the same land, the same people. It was all connected. I did really appreciate all the journal entries. Me coming into this game, not having read the books, that was key for me to be able to read everything so I could understand it. Because I feel like if you want to play a video game, you shouldn't have to do homework before you play a video game. You should just be able to buy it, install it, and play it, and the game will cover everything you need to know, roughly. There could be like, you know, extra work you could do if you wanted all that extra lore stuff. But I liked that they had everything there, and it made everything get filled out a whole lot better. But yeah, I think that's kind of it for me. I liked the game. It was my most favorite game ever. No, it wasn't. Will I play it again? Maybe, but it's not at the top of my replay list just because I have so many other things I'd rather play, but it's a good game. It is totally worth doing at least once before you move on to Witcher 2 and 3, I think. I feel like if it's a game series, you should try and play all of them if your computer system or Xbox system or whatever you have can handle it. Before I wrap up for today, I do want to thank you for joining me on this journey with The Witcher. I hope I have provided you with some sort of amusing entertainment, especially the last couple months. I do appreciate every comment. I do read them all. I do appreciate every thumbs up or even a thumbs down. I'll take it. It's engagement. And if you subscribed to me during watching The Witcher, I do appreciate all those as well. I hope you will join me on my next journey with The Witcher, which is The Witcher 2, hopefully starting on Tuesday. Cross fingers everything gets installed and works properly. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Tuesday with another new Witcher video.